Hello, guys. Just wanted to say hi and see how everything was doing. And just this camera. I wanted to send you guys a message. Um, I need some help, and I need my deacons to help me. I almost said elders, and that did not mean like elders, like you know, old, right? Um, because to kindergartners, I'm an elder, So that's about me. But anyway, um, I was talking to Robbie about some things that I wanted to possibly start the process of, and his recommendation was to talk to you guys, so that it doesn't come from me and only me, but that if you agree with me in this vision, that you could start helping me advance it. If you look back into our wing, which to me is way too far from where the kids check in and they got to go all the way around, um, we have 3 rooms back there. And if you left your classroom at school on Sunday morning to go into our classrooms for church, for Sunday school, they would look exactly the same. In other words, our three rooms, our 3 rooms look just like um, classrooms. Hang on. Hey, babe, I'm making a video. What's going on? Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, I'll empty it and then clean it and then put it away. All right, love you. Bye. You'll never believe what just happened to me. I forgot to take my sample to the lab, and it has to be refrigerated. I'm having a kidney test, and my wife just called me to yell at me that I forgot it. My in-laws are coming to town. You heard it. Okay, so whatever. So um, so anyway, I want to repaint those 3 rooms. I want to take all the furniture out of those rooms except for the for the tables and chairs, which I'd like to get new tables and chairs. But repaint that classroom, get rid of all the storage, those big old storage containers, right? To get rid of that table with the picture of white Jesus with the little doily on it. Just get rid of all that stuff. Even get rid of the big whiteboards. I mean, I know that's that's kind of scary, but here's my vision. And Jane, you can help me out with this because you visited other churches with me, Grace Church. You go into a modern contemporary children's room, and it does not have a hint of school in it. Uh, I eventually want to change um, our ministry from having Sunday school classrooms, Sunday school, to having small groups. Sunday school was invented in the early 1900s as a way to teach children how to read. They would take children downstairs into the basement and they would let them read the Bible. They would go over the ABCs and they would practice reading from the Bible, the old school King James version. But what I don't want is for kids to show up on Sunday and basically it's the same thing. It's like school all over again. What I want to do with small groups is I want to put them in small 6 to 7 person groups with the teacher. And the teacher, yeah, is there to guide them in a lesson, definitely. But one of the main things that I want the teachers to do, and I want to call them leaders, I don't want to call them teachers, is to build a relationship with them. to be more personal and to really make it be less about teaching this lesson, not that it's not important, but more about helping them find a trusted adult who they can share their life experiences. Because the truth is that we can build a building of Bible knowledge and experience from the time they're in kindergarten all the way to fifth grade. We can build this building and we can say, this is God and this is Jesus and this is what God says and all these things. But when a kid comes up and he starts questioning things like, why is this? Why is that? Why does God want us to do this? Why can't I see God? All of a sudden, it's going to crash down on them. And their only choice is to say, you know what? I don't know if I believe. And we don't want that. So what we want to do is while we're building this thing, we want somebody there that they can turn to for that year and hopefully the next year that they can build this building and this trust and have lots of questions and be comfortable asking, hey, Miss Jane, how come you can't see God? Well, I'm not going to be on the stage, or whoever's preaching, we're not going to be on the stage trying to explain why you can't see God. It's too difficult, takes too long, and that's not really part of our curriculum. And so we don't want a child to spend a year or 5 years in our ministry and never be able to ask a question. But to be able to have that one person that they can ask questions. Anyway, that's not even what I want to talk to you about. I want to make a room that doesn't look like Sunday school room, but it has a really great color, maybe some decals on the wall, some great sofas or nice chairs and some plants, something that looks modern. Jane, feel free to share with Jenny some of the things that you saw at Grace Church. They really just had some really great things. And if you guys want, Jenny, if you want, I can send you some of the pictures that we got. Grace Church, when we went to go visit them, they have a room for nursing mothers. And it's really dim lit and nice sofas. They have a room set aside for kids who are a little anxious and maybe they're crying. And it's just like a big sofa with some lamps. And it's just a place for them to chill out until they become comfortable. When I first got here a year ago, and I'm almost done, a little over a year ago, I said that I wanted to make this children's ministry the best kids ministry in this area. And I believe to this day, to my bones, that we can do that. But it's going to have to take some outside thinking, and it's going to have to take some breaking away from the traditions that we've been under for such a long time. I tried to get rid of those big cabinets to make more room in the classrooms, and I almost had a couple of people have heart attacks because they were like, well, what about the crayons that are this big? What about, the writing paper, if you look in those cabinets, there's a bunch of junk in there that we don't need, we don't use. I want to get rid of that big old gray locker in the second and third grade room that I guess music had there for a long time. I want to get rid of it. I don't know what's in it. It hasn't been open in a long time. But I want it to look like we care for kids and we want that experience to look like that. Imagine, and I'm done, imagine going to Chuck E. Cheese with your grandkids or your kids or your nieces and nephews, and Chuck E. Cheese looked like one of our classrooms, or that bounce place, right? It wouldn't cut it. They'd walk in and they'd say, wow, I'm in school again. Okay, I love you guys. I'm praying for y'all. We are getting ready for October Blast. Children's Ministry has been asked to sponsor a food truck. So the food truck's going to be around probably $1,000 to $1,500. We have it because we haven't spent a lot of money, but we're just having trouble finding it. So if you guys have any ideas of a good food truck, somebody's already got the hot dog guy, so that's out. but maybe a burger guy or something. So if you guys know of anybody, they don't want ice cream or candy or anything like that. Uh, and then um, and then of course we are having the tree lighting on November 15th, and the church wants us to do some kind of like hot chocolate, cocoa, or like s'mores or something, but to be involved in it somehow. We are doing really great in our budget. Our kids church and our preschool church on Sunday are doing well. They're not attended as well as I wish they were. They don't have a lot of views. And so Robbie and I were talking, and November, the second week of November, we are going to launch our live children's services. November 1st, we are going to launch our child care. So we will have child care in November, beginning of the first weekend. Jennifer Keller and I have a lot to work out because parents will not be allowed to go into that hallway area, and we will have to clean and disinfect every time somebody touches those doors. It'll just be a little bit of training. It'll be a little bit of, teaching, adults how to wash their hands, and they got to wear all the get up and everything. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's not anything beyond what we do. My new assistant since Lillian left is Jennifer, and Jennifer honestly keeps me on my toes. Like, I have to work a little bit harder just to keep up because she will email and call and text about things that normally we'd be like, we got a week. She's like, no, let's get it done that day. So it's been really good for me. I miss Lillian like crazy. Her and I were really good friends so fast. We got along, but I'm proud of her, and I'm proud that she's following kind of what her family needs. We are trying to get our leadership team meetings scheduled regularly. That kind of got thrown off a little bit, and by the end of October, I am hoping to hand deliver a gift of some sort to every volunteer that we have in the children's ministry as a way to just say we have not forgotten you and we think about you all the time. And one more thing, uh, Tuesday morning, I delivered 5 Bibles to second graders whose parents didn't feel ready to come to the church for the second grade Bible giveaway. There were 7 kids at the second grade Bible giveaway out of 22 that we have on the books. It was a really great day. The Old Stone Church was perfect because the kids had their parents and the grandparents and uncles and stuff there, and so that place really was really well used. Jennifer went in and separated the parents, and it was like she organized everything beautifully. We gave out the Bibles. We had Robbie was there. Lynn sang worship, led us in worship. Owen was there to videotape, and Isaiah was there to take pictures. So that was 4 or 5. Jennifer obviously was there. It was 5 staff members there. And last year was my first time doing it. There were no staff members there except me and Lillian. And I really love that because when people see that there are other staff members there, I think it just it gains momentum, and it makes people think, wow, they children's ministry is a big deal, so it adds credence to anything that we do. Love you guys, praying for you. Let me know if there's anything that you need, and just help me out with this. All right, bye.